What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to some more Batman Arkham Knight. This is Riddler trial number 7, and this is an achievement/trophy guide for Death by Design, which requires you to complete this trial. So I'm showing it here on the map. This is on Founders Island. This is the last island that you will unlock, so you will have to unlock the island first. Now, he's going to speak.
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective, and I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud detective, a dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect.
This one is not a race, however it does have essentially 3 stages, or 3 laps if you would. Pay absolutely no attention to what's currently happening on screen because I'm stupid. I thought I had to do something, but I'm a liar. You actually have to wait for him to just kind of give whatever his explanation is. You know how the Riddler is, he likes to talk and whatnot, so just let him talk and just wait for him to finish his speech. I'm still just doing things that I don't have to do, so once again, don't pay attention. Basically, what you're going to have to do is use the winch on this Batmobile to lower yourself into this hole that he has now created by draining out of the water. So, first off, we're going to start at number 1. There are 3 of these. This is the first one, and you're going to go down 1 level. Now what you're going to have to do is turn your tires so that they're facing wherever the parking reserved for Batman is located, and then move towards it until it is lined up with the proper number 1. Now that you have done that, you can bring yourself back up and then hop out of the Batmobile. What you'll find is that on the opposite side from the number 1 is going to be a hole in the wall that you can now jump into. So I'm going to jump down there and we will find a button which will further lower the water so we can try number 2. So come down here, press the button, water will lower a bit, and then you're going to head back up to the Batmobile. Once we're back in the Batmobile, we can make it over to number 2. Once again, we're going to use the winch to lower ourselves down into the hole. This time we're going to go past the first section of blades and so on, and go down to the second section. Once again, like the first one, we're going to look for the parking reserved for Batman, and then roll our tires towards it to bring it towards us and line it up with section number 2. Once we've done that, you will then look across and you have to shoot this wall in order to open up the hole. Then you can bring the Batmobile back up, then hop out and go down into that hole as I'm going to do here. Now when you get into that hole, you will find another button which will further lower the water so that you can try number 3. However, after triggering the button, a bunch of enemies are going to jump out which you'll have to fight. I have actually cut that out for your viewing pleasure. So wait for the cut in a moment. There we go. Then you can head back up to the Batmobile and get back in. Now, before going to number 3, what you're going to want to do is lower yourself back into number 2. The reason that we're doing this is because number 3 is not properly aligned after you line up number 2. So what we're going to have to do is move the parking reserved back over towards number 3 so that it's under the number 3 and you can actually make it down to the 3rd circle as I'm doing here. Be careful of the blades. I wasn't paying attention, so I got cut a little bit. I'm just making sure that it's lined up as perfectly as possible. Then head back up and you can make it over to number 3. Once you get to the 3rd one, it's going to be very similar to the first 2. You're going to use the winch to climb down the hole into the 3rd position, so the 3rd set of rotating panels, I guess you could call them. And once again, we're going to look for the parking reserved for Batman symbol on the 3rd set of panels right here and roll our tires towards it to line it up properly. This will yet again open up another hole which we can head into and get another button, as I'm going to show here in a moment. After you hit that button, 2 turrets are going to spawn in, making it impossible for Batman to leave. So, once again, we're going to head down into the hole like I'm showing here. So hop on out of the Batmobile. Come on, I can do it. I can do it. Pop on out, there we go. And head down to the third hole. Glide all the way down, go in, and then turn the corner on your right to find the next button. Once you hit this button, it will trigger the water to lower further, and it will also cause 2 turrets to spawn in so you can't leave. What you're going to have to do is activate the remote control Batmobile here, then once again using the winch, let yourself down so that you are able to shoot the 2 turrets so Batman can actually leave the room, as I'm showing here. Once again, be careful of the blades. I wasn't paying attention to them, so I drove into them a little bit. But you should be fine for the most part. This isn't too difficult. Make sure that you shoot both turrets before bringing the Batmobile back up, as I'm showing right here. La 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 la. It takes a little bit of time, so maybe I should have sped this up, but it's whatever. After you get it back up to the top, disconnect the winch, and then hop back over to Batman. Now you can jump to the middle platform, which is going to be revealed since the water has now lowered, and you can press this button, and if you look straight up, you will find the next board that corresponds to the keys in Catwoman's room. So make sure that you go once again to the correct one. As usual, you can just use this guide if you want, or just try and figure out the pattern on your own. But there you go. That is yet another key. We have a couple more to go. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Keep it here for more of these, more achievements / trophy / collectibles guides. I'm also doing a playthrough of this game on my channel, my first playthrough, so you can see all the trial and error things that I do if you're interested in that. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, favorite, all that fun junk, especially if this video helped you or you did really enjoy it. Check down in the description, some links, some things, my Twitter, Facebook, donation page, Twitch channel, bunch of other things you might be interested in. Until tomorrow, ta-ra.